Hello, this is Ruth Ann McKinnon. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming for you my next installment of what I have been calling my blue bin fragrances, where I shop my own collection of things that I haven't been wearing much or things that I just want to wear more of. There's not a real common theme to why I pick what I pick. I just pick them and then I wear them exclusively for weeks and then let you know what I think of them. So here is the blue bin. Yes, this is just a cheapie from the dollar store. And so I will get started. I've got a bit of a cold, so if I have to cough or clear my throat, I apologize ahead of time. So let me see, I'm gonna turn these around. So there are six fragrances, and I'm just gonna get started with the first one. Okay, so this is an EDP, and I can't remember the name of it. Let me see. This is from Rasasi, and I can't remember the name of it, but I will put it in the description box below. I'll look it up after I film this video. This is a dupe for Chanel No. 5, and it's actually a quite good one. I really, really love this fragrance. In fact, of all the ones in the blue bin, this time around, this one is by far my favorite. I probably started out about half a bottle and I've used up quite a bit. And I do have 2 backups. That's how much I love this. This is white flowers, happy clappy white flowers, just like what you have with Chanel No. 5, with a lot of soap. This is like, if you enjoy soapy fragrances that just make you smell clean, right out of the shower, soapy, you've got to try this. It is soap. It's nuclear soap, and it's strong and it lasts. This is a good 3 to 4 sprays and you're good for 6 to 8 hours. If you spray this on before bed, it's still going strong in the morning. It's beautiful, but you have to like soapy fragrances because that is by far the #1 quality of it. I absolutely love it. I'm sorry I can't remember the name of it, but again, I will have it in the description box below. And it's not expensive. That bottle was under $20. Okay, next I have Bijan by Bijan. This is actually, if you can see, Bijan Women. So this is a rather notorious, I believe, late 80s, early 90s fragrance. This is a big hair, kind of loud, very strong floral fragrance. And it's interesting because when I spray this, I get peach. I get a musky, like a bright musk with peach. And I get those two together. And then when I looked it up, there's not a peach note in here. So whatever the florals are doing in here, it comes across to me as peach. And it's beautiful. It's very strong. Again, this is one where 3-4 sprays, you're good all day, 6 to 8 hours, lasts all night kind of a fragrance. It's very bold, very strong, very floral. There's sandalwood and musk in here to kind of balance it out and make it slightly creamy. There's nothing soapy or fresh in this. It is really a peachy floral. And like I said, again, it could be the combination of sandalwood, musk, and those notes and the floral notes that to me is coming across peach, but that's #1 for me is a peachy fragrance. It's really, really nice. Again, if you're looking for a fragrance that's not very expensive, but will last you all day, 8+ more hours, this is, I highly recommend Bijan Women by Bijan. Bijan is a jewelry design house. All right, next I have Wood Intense, Ragba Wood Intense. And this is by UAE. Ragba is not the brand. It's the name of the perfume, Ragba Wood Intense. And what the brand is, again, I don't remember right off the top of my head, but I will have the full name for you in the description box below. So this is an eau de parfum. This is a beautiful fragrance. If you're familiar with Ragba, Ragba is very commonly known. That is a very sweet, very praline dominant fragrance. And one of the reasons why it is so, Ragba alone is so popular is because it doesn't have any of that Middle Eastern funkiness. There is oud in here, but the oud is not the bad barnyardy funky oud. This is one that you can't really detect, but it goes in here to make it a lot stronger and more intense. And this is just a flanker of Ragba, and it's called Wood Intense. Now, it really does smell, it has a strong quality of a bonfire. It's not incense burning, it's wood burning. This is truly wood burning fragrance with Ragba. So let's say you're eating a really sweet praline by a bonfire, and it really comes across that way. Maybe you're roasting some marshmallows, and that brings in a lot of sweetness pralines with toasted marshmallows and burning wood, and it's beautiful. But you've got to love the smell of a bonfire. Now, I grew up in the Midwest. I spent a lot of time in the northern woods of the United States doing a lot of bonfires and going to a lot of bonfires. And so one of my favorite smells, and it's very nostalgic for me, is that smell of the bonfire on your clothing after you've left the bonfire. Absolutely love that fragrance. And there's a lot of that in here. So I really have enjoyed wearing that. This is a perfect fall, winter fragrance. It's very cozy, very warm. You can wear this on date night. You can wear it just for every day. It's just a fragrance that will go anywhere and do anything for you. It's very strong, and it's very long lasting as well. It's very good value for money because of that, because of its lasting power. This bottle is, I mean, you look, I haven't put a huge dent in it. There's a dent there, but I'm not even halfway through the bottle. And I mean, I don't know what it would take for me to get through the whole thing because it is so strong. It only takes a couple sprays, and you will overwhelm an elevator with it because it is that strong. So you just have to be careful with the sprayer on this, but I highly recommend it. And again, this is not very expensive. None of the fragrances I'm covering today are very expensive at all. All right, so this is Giorgio, and by the house Giorgio Beverly Hills. This is their flagship fragrance. This was very popular in the 80s when I was in high school. This is a very strong yellow floral, very happy, very, very happy fragrance. If you're maybe not in the greatest mood and you're thinking, I'd like a perfume that will boost my mood, make me feel happier, this is definitely one that will deliver on that. There are some aldehydes in the opening, but they're not overwhelming. Primarily what this is a deep, rich, very strong, loud, yellow floral perfume. Unapologetically floral from beginning to end. Like I said, a little bit of aldehydes in the beginning, but they die down quickly. There is some warm muskiness towards the end in the dry down, but this is one that you'll spray it on your clothes, and after you launder your clothes, you'll still smell this a little bit. It's really strong. And you can get these full bottles, 3.3 fluid ounces of Giorgio Beverly Hills, for probably the low 20s or less. Now, there are many flankers, and I've tried them all, and none of them hold a candle to the original. None of them really last, but they're all pretty. They're all very pretty, but they don't have the strength and lasting power that the original Giorgio does. The other good news is that it smells exactly like I remember in the 80s. I never owned this or wore it in the 80s, but it was one of the fragrances that I could smell up and down the hallway and in the gym locker room that a lot of girls were wearing. It was absolutely very popular. And also when I was in college, in undergrad, this was very popular. So if you're wondering what girls smelled like in the 80s, early 90s, definitely try Giorgio Beverly Hills. It is beautiful, and I highly recommend it. All right, next up I have, this is Gold Sugar by Pink Sugar, it's called here. It says right here on the label. Gold Sugar by Pink Sugar, but they're both made by Aquolina, is the manufacturer. Now this is a lot like the original Pink Sugar. There's a lot more amber and brown sugar. It's more of a burnt brown sugar rather than a burnt pink sugar like you would have in a burned or the toasted scent of cotton candy or a cotton candy maker. This doesn't have that. This is more brown sugar or sugar if you've ever toasted it yourself and caramelized it. So it's like caramelized brown sugar, which is really just caramelized sugar, right? But there's a lot of warmth and ambery notes in here. It's very nice. There's almost a slight, in the background, an aquatic quality to this that almost makes it lean masculine, but it doesn't go there. I do not wear, nor do I enjoy masculine fragrances. If it's even mildly masculine, I don't wear it. It's just not my thing. But this doesn't go there. It doesn't cross the line. When you're wearing it, spraying it, you're like, is this going to be masculine? But it really does not cross the line, in my opinion. It just makes it feel a little less heavy than it would otherwise. It's fairly long lasting. I've tried many of the pink sugar flankers by Aquolina, and the original pink sugar is still my favorite. I like them all. However, I haven't met one yet I don't like. But this one is selling for quite a bit of money. I'm assuming it's because it's been discontinued, and I don't think it's worth it. I really don't. In my opinion, I would just get the original pink sugar. It lasts longer. It smells better. This is very nice. It's a little more wintry, fall, appropriate for this time of year, but it's not worth the price tag that it's going for now, for sure. And the last one for my blue bin is Adam Levine, and this is his female fragrance. This is a tester bottle. You can see there on the bottom, tester. I'm not kidding. I probably got this for about $11, full 3.3 fluid ounces. I haven't put a lot of a dent in it. I did wear it several times, however, and I think it was because I really like this. This is a sandalwood, excuse me, forward fragrance. It's sandalwood from beginning to end. There's a little bit of aldehydes, or what comes across as aldehydes, in the opening, and it quickly dries down to this warm, cozy, but yet very dry. This is a dry sandalwood fragrance. This is not sweet. It's not what's the word I want? It's not a really complex fragrance. This is a simple sandalwood fragrance. So it's great for layering. Even if you don't really want a solely note kind of a fragrance with sandalwood, and this is a dry sandalwood, kind of like if you actually had sandalwood and you took a mild sandpaper to it, and you would get that scent off the sandalwood. That's a lot what this fragrance reminds me of, dry sandalwood. But if you're looking to enrich another fragrance, this is really good for layering, especially if you like woody fragrances. It's very nice. For the price, it is the best #1 sandalwood fragrance I could possibly recommend, because you're not going to get anything cheaper, and it doesn't smell synthetic. It doesn't smell cheap. It smells great, actually. But the only way you're going to like this is if you like sandalwood. It's not overly feminine. I would say this is very unisex. My husband would wear this. If I told him this was a men's cologne, because it looks very unisex, right? It's supposed to look like a microphone. He would totally buy it, and he would wear it and not ever think that it was for women, right? So it's very unisex. I really do enjoy it, but you've got to like sandalwood. If you like sandalwood, you've got to try this if you haven't yet. Lasting power is about 4 to 6 hours. Not great, but for the price, I think that's just fine. So that's it for my blue bin fragrances for this time around. I'm looking forward to changing them, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.